Hello everyone. Today I will be presenting about an insightful article titled Implications of Vygotsky's Zone of Proximal Development ZPD in Teacher Education, ZPTD and Self-Scaffolding. This article provides a comprehensive analysis of Vygotsky's theory and its application in the realm of teacher education. So let us now delve into the key findings and insights presented in this piece of scholarship. Before I start today's presentation, allow me to outline the key points I will be covering. First, I'll provide some background information about the article chosen. Next, we'll look into the methodology employed and the key discussion points it covers. Then we'll examine how the ZPTD framework challenges traditional notions of teacher expertise, emphasizing collaboration and reflective practice. In conclusion section, we'll reflect on the significance of the ZPTD framework in promoting continuous learning. Vygotsky's zone of proximal development is a central concept in his sociocultural theory, primarily focused on child development. This paper discusses the philosophical and historical foundations of ZPD, introduces the concept of zone of proximal teacher development, ZPTD, and outlines the stages involved in its development. Also, various factors affecting teachers' ZPD are examined, and finally, the paper offers suggestions for enhancing teachers' ZPTD. So now let's take a look at the methodology and key findings of the article. The research methodology employed in this article is a combination of literature review and theoretical analysis. Next, we're going to explore 4 key points from the article. Vygotsky's theory of human development draws heavily from the political atmosphere of his time, particularly the Marxist principles prevalent during the Russian Revolution. Marxism's emphasis on socialism and collectivism, where personal success is tied to societal progress, greatly influenced Vygotsky. He integrated these ideas into his sociocultural approach, which asserts that an individual's development is profoundly influenced by their cultural context. According to Vygotsky, cognitive growth, including language and reasoning, evolves through social interactions, primarily with parents. The zone of proximal development, ZPD, is the gap between a child's current level of independent problem solving and their potential development achieved through problem solving with adult guidance or collaboration with more capable peers. Assistance provided by adults or capable peers within the ZPD is often termed scaffolding. The progress made with this assistance is termed assisted performance, as noted by Thurp and Gallimore, 1991. In the context of second language L2 acquisition, Vygotsky's zone of proximal development, ZPD, is adapted to better suit adult learners. Unlike in child development, where peers are often more capable, adult learners in L2 contexts may collaborate with teachers or peers who are not necessarily more proficient in their target language. Therefore, in the L2 learning context, the ZPD is defined as the gap between a learner's actual level of linguistic development, determined by their individual linguistic production, and their potential level of development as demonstrated through collaborative language production with a teacher or peers. Although Vygotsky did not propose specific methodologies for integrating ZPD into teacher education, scholars such as Warford have introduced the concept of the Zone of Proximal Teacher Development (ZPTD). ZPTD represents the gap between what teaching candidates can do independently and what they can achieve with assistance from more experienced educators. Vygotsky rejected direct teaching of concepts. Vygotsky believed that simply telling students facts or concepts doesn't lead to deep understanding. Instead of direct teaching, Vygotsky proposed mediated concept formation. This means that learners acquire knowledge through cultural tools like language, symbols, and social interactions. By engaging with these tools, students can construct their own understanding of concepts. Vygotsky's ideas also apply to teacher development. Educators need to continually reshape their knowledge and teaching methods to adapt to changing classroom dynamics and student needs. Vygotsky's approach contrasts with traditional teaching methods like the IRE, initiate, respond, evaluate model, where the teacher initiates a question, the student responds, and the teacher evaluates the response. Vygotsky's approach is more holistic, authentic, and focused on active student engagement rather than a one-way flow of information from teacher to student. As noted by Gilmore and Thorpe 1990, traditionally there are 4 stages of ZPD. In the early stages of the ZPTD, teacher candidates receive both self-assistance and assistance from their instructors. Unlike the traditional ZPD, where teacher assistance usually comes before self-assistance, the ZPTD flips this order to prioritize candidates' self-reflection. While instructors may offer guidance during self-assistance, the focus remains on fostering reflection rather than direct instruction. Through reflection, the ZPTD encourages candidates to critically assess their beliefs and assumptions, leading to deeper growth in their teaching skills. In stage 3, candidates put theory into practice. They demonstrate their teaching skills through activities like micro-teaching sessions where they apply pedagogical knowledge learned in their program. These practical demonstrations help them integrate theory with real-world teaching scenarios. At this stage, reflective writing is vital. It helps candidates connect personal, professional, and theoretical aspects, leading to a deeper understanding and integration of their learning experiences. In stage 4, known as the recurrent stage, teachers confront the gap between theory and practice. They reflect on their experiences to bridge this gap. They learn from conflicts, integrating new insights into their existing knowledge. At this stage, teachers are urged to embrace investigative learning where they actively engage in inquiry and research to deepen their understanding of educational concepts. They should also engage in continuous professional development by revisiting coursework and reflecting on teaching practices regularly. So to give an example, imagine a teacher tries a method for teaching vocabulary but finds students aren't responding well. Reflecting on this, they explore new approaches through investigative learning. They also engage in continuous professional development to refine their teaching techniques. Through these efforts, the teacher bridges theory and practice, improving vocabulary instruction and student outcomes. Several factors influence teachers' zone of proximal teacher development. They are peers and mentors, contextual constraints, and mediatory artifacts such as technology. Peers and mentors provide support and encouragement, helping teachers build confidence and efficacy. Contextual constraints stemming from social, economic, political, and educational policies limit teachers' freedom of action and decision-making in the classroom. Compliance with norms imposed by schools or institutions can further narrow teachers' ZPD. And finally, technology serves as electronic scaffolding and mediate teachers' learning for professional development. Improving ZPTD involves various strategies such as diary writing, self-scaffolding, conducting action research, analyzing teaching practice, and having discussion with learners. As for the strength of the article, this article provides useful practical implications by discussing strategies for enhancing ZPTD and providing examples of their implementation. It offers practical guidance for educators seeking to improve their teaching practice. And another strength is that this article offers a comprehensive examination of Vygotsky's theory, particularly the ZPD, discussing its philosophical and historical foundations as well as its adaptation in the context of teacher education. And for the limitation, while this article acknowledges factors influencing ZPTD, it could delve a little deeper into potential challenges or limitations associated with its implementation, especially in diverse educational contexts. This article provides us with valuable insights into the theoretical underpinnings of ZPD and its extension into ZPTD. Moreover, the concept of zone of proximal teacher development (ZPTD) and its emphasis on self-scaffolding and gradual progression towards collaborative learning directly intersect with identity formation and interaction within the educational context. Number 1. ZPTD promotes reflective practice. The ZPTD framework promotes reflective practice as a cornerstone for both identity construction and professional development among educators. Through critical reflection on their teaching methods and beliefs, teachers gain valuable insights into their professional identity formation and the factors shaping it. Number 2, it enhances teacher agency. ZPTD recognizes and empowers teachers as active agents in their professional development journey. By prioritizing self-scaffolding, teachers engage in reflective practices that contribute to the formation and evolution of their professional identities. This self-directed approach fosters a sense of autonomy and ownership. Number 3, ZPTD emphasizes collaboration. While ZPTD begins with self-directed learning, it progressively moves towards collaboration. By engaging in discussions, conducting action research, gaining feedback from students, and analyzing teaching practices, educators co-construct knowledge, deepening their understanding of language teaching dynamics. And finally, number 4, ZPTD shifts traditional paradigm in education. By embracing a dynamic, student-centered approach to teaching, educators position themselves as facilitators of learning rather than sole providers of knowledge, influencing their professional identity and classroom interactions. In conclusion, the article highlights the significance of ZPTD in reshaping teacher education and professional development, empowering educators, and promoting continuous learning and growth within educational communities.